Hey guys, it's Bart.
And Dave.
And we just got back from a long weekend in Montreal.
Actually, it's Montreal. Montreal.
Montreal.
Yeah, so I'm Canadian, and Canadians have very careful pronunciation of other cities. So it's not Toronto, it's Tirana. And it's not Montreal, it's Montreal. Because they're French.
Ha ha ha.
Oui, oui, oui.
Okay, we just got back from there, and it was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Yeah. So actually, back this bus up a little bit.
Let's back it up.
So the situation was a couple months ago.
Big character on Jersey Shore.
Yes. But our situation was a couple months ago. We were at home and we were looking at all these pictures of Coachella or like some music festival on Instagram, and we were like, we're never gonna go to another festival ever again. Or like Sloane's gonna be 18 and we're gonna be like, we're not gonna tell you our ages, but you know, shuffling along with our walkers, and that would be like when we'll be able to go to these festivals. And then we kind of realized, right, like we were boxing ourselves into this mental prison. You gotta wait until your kids go off to college.
Break out, get out of the box.
Yeah, before you do anything fun. And so that night, this is actually a true story, we went online and we booked tickets to Osheaga, which is this music festival in Montreal that we've gone to a couple times before. And it's kind of a great festival because it's really easy as far as festivals go. You can get there on the subway. You can stay in the city. You don't have to like find a tent or some obscure place to stay. And so it's just like, you know, we thought we're gonna bring Sloane with us and expose her to her first festie. And so how did that go? What were the pros? What were some of the highlights?
Okay, so some of the highlights were, it was really fun to see Sloane interact with the music. So, you know, sometimes we have her on her shoulders and she's clapping.
Yeah,
and
especially
really
Dua
excited.
Lipa. She loved Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa?
Dua Lipa. She loved that.
Dave's a big fan.
No rules. What's that song? One.
Yeah, well, my favorite song of hers is the one with Calvin Harris.
Okay. So anyways.
One kiss is all it takes. Fall in love with me. Possibilities.
She loved that.
That was a good song. So that was really cool. I think another thing that was really fun was Sloane just amazed at all the different things going on. So there's tons of different booths. Obviously there was music we were watching. There's just tons of different people. So it was a cool way for her. She's a very inquisitive little girl. So it was kind of cool to see all these different people she was looking at and all the different booths and like all the different kinds of food. So I think that was another cool thing to see.
She was a hit. Like we've gone to this festival in previous years, and you know, you stay with your circle of friends, and you're not really like, you're seeing a lot of people around you, but you're not really interacting that much with random strangers. At least, you know, we found that. And this year was totally different.
Yeah.
Like everywhere we went, we had people coming up to us like, "That baby is so cute," or like, "Oh my God, you brought a baby to a music festival." Like everybody, and we honestly, there were all of these really high, primarily girls. That like, honestly, we thought that they wanted to take a chunk out of her thighs. Like, they were like salivating over her chunky baby.
Like, look at those legs.
But I think she represented this, she was like this beacon of innocence in this festival. And so like people were like, "Oh, beautiful, like unsullied. We love her." You know, they like flocked to her. She was a queen. She was a queen.
Yeah.
Queen Slow.
So those are the pros.
Yeah.
What about the cons, Dave? You can't. No festie could be just with pros.
Yeah, so it was hard work. So in order to bring her there, we got this backpack carrier, which we will show you in a future video. But she was on her backs, and it was just a lot, you know, made sure there's a lot of stuff. But also when we were there, like you go to this music festival, and music festivals are all about like abandon and like being in the moment. And the reality is that you're not gonna like switch off being parents just because you had a music festival. So, you know, we made sure that when she was on the ground, she wasn't like picking up cigarette butts and putting them in her mouth. And there's all like these, you know, clouds of pot smoke covering everywhere. And so every time we smelled that, we had to move locations, and it was also really hot. And so, you know, we wanted to make sure that she was shaded. So there's just a lot of pitfalls, a lot of things that we had to navigate.
A lot of maneuvering, a lot of like making sure Sloane isn't like breathing anything in or doing anything bad. So it was one of those things where you still have to be a parent and you can't just absolve yourselves of parent duty. You want to be the best parent you can. So it's kind of a weird mixture of both worlds.
Yeah, and I think also like 50% of people loved her. They were like, so again, like innocent baby in this festival, the best thing ever. And then 50% of people were just like, she is a total buzzkill. Why did these guys bring this baby to this festival? Like, I don't want to be like dancing topless or smoking my joint with this baby, like looking at me in the periphery, making me feel so horrible, baby, about myself or my like careful, wanton abandon.
And to be clear, I feel like you're painting a very extreme picture, but Osheaga in the scheme of festivals is not that extreme.
Well, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, but there's like tons of green spaces and
yeah.
I don't know. It's just not like intense everywhere.
Yeah, it wasn't like one big mosh pit, but
yeah,
there were definitely people who were like
Warped Tour next year.
No, but there were definitely people who were like, why do these guys bring their baby?
For sure,
it's not like
for
not
sure.
Cool. Yeah,
but I mean, like what we were saying is like we're constantly avoiding smoke clouds of weed, probably like 70% of the time.
Yeah. So final verdicts. Yeah, I mean, amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Amazing that we did it. I think that
so glad we
were really happy that we at least tried it out, but we probably would never do it again. I think it was just too much work. And also kind of at the end of the day, I think Sloane, I don't know how much she was really at the end like loving it. Like, I don't know if there was a lot of creative osmosis going on.
Maybe she'll be the next Lady Gaga.
And I feel like festivals are more adult affairs. I think there's a reason why there's not a lot of babies crawling around.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was a few babies there, but yeah, like very, very small amount. But I think for me, the biggest takeaway was you could do as a parent, you could pretty much do anything with the kid, right? You could bring them to other things. And the question is like, do you want to?
Yeah.
Right? That's at the end of the day is, yeah, you could do it. And we proved that. We can bring our baby to a festival and have a great experience for her by avoiding like clouds of weed smoke and anything weird going on. But at the same time, it's like, do we want to do that?
Yeah, we want to be in the mosh pit.
In former years, 2 years ago, I was crowd surfing.
Yeah.
I was crowd surfing 2 years ago. So it was kind of weird going from like front of the stage, crowd surfing, going crazy to now we're parents and like we have our baby and like we're in the back of the crowds, right? Not too close to the speakers. And she's just on our shoulders watching. And like there was something sweet about it. But I think in general, I think for us, festivals are just going to be adult time.
Yeah.
If we go again.
Yeah. But ending on a positive, we do encourage everybody watching, especially if you're new parents, experiment.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really know how things are going to go unless you actually try it out. And instead of, again, putting yourself in that mental prison of like, I can't do X, I can't do Y until my baby's older, and, my kids go off to college, try it out. And you actually might surprise yourself. Like, again, we've gone on crazy long trips with Sloane that have been absolutely some of the best things we've ever done.
Yeah.
And so you just won't know until you try it out.
Yeah. Don't take other people's word for it. I mean, as you probably know, if you're becoming a parent, everyone has that one tip or that one trick that's going to change your life, but it really depends. Every baby's so different, and at the end of the day, you got to do what's good for you guys. So make sure you do test things out and just know what your preferences and limits are. And for us, our limit is not bringing our baby to a festival.
This video is
okay, it's too long. He's kidding me.
All right, have a great week. We'll see you next Sunday.
Bye, guys.